Have you ever felt overwhelmed by someone else's emotions? You're not alone. Many of us pour ourselves into caring for others, but sometimes that compassion can hold us back. Picture this, you juggling your own dreams while trying to support someone else's struggles. You genuinely enjoy being there for them, but over time, your own aspirations start to fade. It's a quiet battle that often goes unnoticed. Think back to the last time you went out of your way to help a friend. That warm feeling of being there for them is special, right? But here's the catch. Could this constant giving be draining your own energy? Many don't realize that being empathetic can be a double-edged sword. You invest so much in others that you forget to care for yourself, leaving you feeling empty. Does that resonate with you? Imagine you've had a long day at work, and then your friend calls with a crisis. Without hesitation, you drop everything to help them. But what about your own needs? They often get pushed aside, and that weight can feel overwhelming. Let's not forget the guilt that creeps in, making you feel selfish for prioritizing yourself. This inner dialogue creates a cycle of stress, leaving you torn between self-care and supporting others. Now, think back to a time when you should have said no but said yes instead, all while smiling through the discomfort. That's when the balance tips, and you start stretching yourself too thin, inviting self-doubt. And you did stretch it, do that, and do you that use and you But what if I told you there's a way to be kind without sacrificing your own growth? It starts with recognizing your limits. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting others out, it's about making space for yourself. Consider this: what if you paused to ask yourself, what do I need right now? Just that simple question can create a ripple effect in your life. As you reclaim your time and energy, you will find that your ability to support others actually strengthens. You'll become a better friend, a more empathetic listener, and finally have the emotional space to pursue your own dreams. So, take a moment today to reflect. What's one small boundary you can set to protect your own growth? It could make a world of difference. Remember, nurturing empathy doesn't mean neglecting yourself. It's about finding a balance that nourishes both your heart and your ambitions. If you can learn to care for yourself as fiercely as you care for others, you'll unlock a new kind of strength. Embrace this journey of self-discovery. After all, the world needs you at your best. So, what's holding you back? Take that first step today. Have you ever felt completely drained while trying to support someone you care about? It's a strange experience, right? You pour so much of yourself into helping others, yet sometimes it leaves you feeling empty. That deep desire to care can sometimes blind us to an underlying issue. We often think we can't care too much, but what if our intense empathy is actually holding us back? Imagine this: you are listening to a friend share their struggles, offering advice, and really feeling their pain. It seems noble, doesn't it? But while you are focused on their challenges, who's taking care of your own needs? The more you invest in someone else's journey, the more you might overlook your own potential. Think back to the last time you felt overwhelmed by someone else's problems. You wanted to support them, but did you notice how that burden impacted your mood, focus, and ambitions? You might have been so absorbed in their issues that your own dreams faded into the background. This isn't just a personal story, it's a quiet epidemic that many don't recognize until it's too late. Consider how often you've prioritized someone else's needs over your own. It might feel rewarding in the moment, but it can lead to burnout and resentment. You could be unintentionally creating a cycle where your achievements take a backseat to their needs. The more you neglect your own growth, the more you might start resenting those you are trying to help. Picture someone who's always the rock for their friends, yet inside, they feel like they are drowning. It's a tricky balance, isn't it? You want to nurture empathy, but at what cost? This focus on others can also strain relationships, as they might feel pressured or guilty about their own struggles. Now, take a moment to consider this: what if you redirected some of that empathy back toward yourself? It's not selfish, it's essential. Imagine dedicating time to your own passions and mental well-being. What if prioritizing your growth could actually enhance your ability to support others? The irony is that by caring for yourself, you become a stronger support for those around you. As we wrap up, here's a key takeaway: nurturing empathy is vital, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own development. It's all about balancing dance where both partners need care. If you're feeling drained, it might be time to reassess your priorities. Take a moment today to reflect on where your energy is going and think about how you can reclaim some of that for yourself. When you grow, the people you care about can thrive alongside you. Remember, supporting others starts with a solid foundation of self-care. What steps will you take today to nurture both your empathy and your own growth? Have you ever poured your heart into someone else, only to feel empty inside? It's a strange contradiction, right? The more you care for others, the more it can seem like you are losing a piece of yourself. Many people don't realize that while nurturing empathy is vital, it can sometimes trap us in a cycle of neglecting our own needs. You might think you're helping others, but are you actually holding back your own growth? Imagine this: you're the support that someone leans on, but every time you bend down to help, it feels like you are leaving parts of yourself behind. It's a heavy burden, yet empathy makes it hard to step back. Caring for others is noble, but it can blur your personal boundaries. Have you ever found yourself saying yes when your heart was really shouting no? This happens more often than you might think, leading to exhaustion. Let's dive deeper. Picture a sea turtle swimming through the ocean. Each wave it encounters represents a personal challenge, while predators symbolize draining relationships. If that turtle exhausts itself dodging every threat, it risks losing not just its strength, but also its sense of direction. So, what's the hidden danger here? When your energy is always focused outward, you can easily neglect the inner currents that drive your own transformation. It's all too easy to forget your own dreams while navigating someone else's sea of needs. Now, consider this: you are at a friend's party, and while everyone is laughing, you notice someone sitting alone. You feel a strong urge to help, sure. Here's the tightened version of your script chunk, but at what cost? If you push aside your own discomfort to lift someone else up, where does that leave you? The more you prioritize others' feelings, the greater the risk of losing your own sense of self. Your kindness may seem like a strength, but it can quietly become a weakness. However, there's a turning point. What if, instead of diving into every emotional crisis, you took a moment to pause and checked in with yourself before rushing to the rescue? Caring for others doesn't mean sacrificing who you are. You can be empathetic while still nurturing your own needs. It's all about finding balance, not abandoning your kindness. By